Hello, my name is Lynn. I am a 30 years old cash budgeter. I currently live at home with my parents and my brother. I do handle a majority of my family's finances, so I budget my paychecks, a portion of my parents' paychecks, and a home help check that we get every 2 weeks. For today's video, I am going to be stuffing $1,150 for the fourth week of November, but I've also got an extra $15 that my brother gave me this morning. I'm not sure why he gave this to me. I think he was trying to pay me for gas, which is funny because I don't ever charge him for that kind of stuff. To take him to rehab and to pick him up and stuff, that's just all incorporated into my budget. But he wouldn't budge, so I had to take the $15 because he was not having it. I'm gonna throw this into our stuffing. I'm not sure where this is gonna go quite yet. He's not a morning person, so when I tried not to take it, he was very grouchy with me about that. So that was nice of him, though, to consider paying me for gas. I don't know why he thought he had to do that. Let's get started with our bills. Buffer is going to get $10 today. And now it's got 100, 120, 40, 60, 80, 200, 220, 40, 60, 80, 300, 320, 330, 340, 350, 360. We did hit an accident this morning, or we were not in an accident, but we hit traffic because I think there was a major accident that pretty much had us at a standstill. And that seems to happen like every morning and every afternoon that I go and pick them up. So it seems like maybe we all forgot how to drive after the long holiday weekend. Maybe I complained too much on the drive there and the drive home, and he felt the need to pay me or something. So I should be more cautious about that. Car insurance is going to get 55, 50, and 5. And now it's got 50, 100, 50, 200, 210, 215, 220. My first job after college, it was about 40 minutes from my house, and I was always in rush hour and going to work and coming home, and I was like, the minute I can get a job close, I'm going to take it. And then I got offered my current job, which is only 2 miles away from my house. It's like 3 stoplights, and I don't know if I can go back to working far away because it has been it's so convenient, and I've just been super lucky not having to drive super far and get stuck in traffic and all of that stuff. So props to everybody who's able to work in the city or work far away from their house, because now that I've got a taste of what it's like being close, I don't think I can ever give that up. Unless I have to, of course, but if I had a choice, I wouldn't. Gas is going to get $25. 25, and now it's got 20, 40, 60, 80, 85. A lot of these bills up front are due soon, so after this I'm gonna have to take the money back to the bank or take it back once I pay it off. Water is going to be getting 25, and now it's got 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, 95, 100. I used to keep all my money in my checking account, and I still paid my bills using my credit card, but I would just transfer the money over or pay off my credit card or whatever. When I did, I don't know what I'm trying to say. I just lost my train of thought. Oh, I'm so sorry. I used to leave my money for my bills in my checking account. I never took it out to cash stuff, but I was having a hard time keeping track of the money. I did try to pay my credit card off right after I used it to pay my bills, but because they all had different due dates, it was kind of hard to keep track if they weren't close to each other. So I felt like I was better organized and didn't have so much discrepancy in my budget when I did start taking the money out and cash stuffing them in their own envelopes. So I am curious if you guys have a good system, if you guys are paying your bills online and leaving that money in your checking account, because I just never was able to get that quite down as well as I wanted. Internet is getting $20. So now it's got 20, 30, 35. I guess that's like a tip for those who are just starting their budgeting journey and all of that, is to kind of play around with different methods. And that's what I would recommend, because you might find something that's better. Even though you might be stuck on one method, there might be one that works a little bit better if you try some different things. So that is one big tip that I do recommend, because there is no right or wrong way to do this. Obviously, unless you're like going over budget, then you're doing something wrong. But it's always nice to try everything to see what fits your lifestyle and your budget the best. Electricity is going to get 35, 20, 35, and now it's got 20, 40, 50, 60, 65, 70. Yeah, when I first started, I was like, there's no way I'm taking all that money out to cash stuff like envelopes for bills. Like, it took me a long time to get over that mindset. And then once I did do it, I was like, wow, this is much easier and much better for me than leaving the money in the account. Bills now, or phone bill is going to get 48, 20, 40, 45, 46, 47, 48. And now it's got 20, 40, 60, 80, 85, 90, 91, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 96. Trash is getting $10. And now it's got 20, 40, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 110, 120, 125, 126. Annual payments is getting 10 as well. It's got 20, 40, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. And my parents' insurance is getting 55, 55, and it's got 1, 2, 300, 350, 355. I need to put that back in my account so that this one is set on automatic and it gets taken out of my checking account actually. So I gotta put that money back in so we can pay that bill. And car payment is going to get $250, 100, 250, and now it's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 850, 9, 950, 1,000. And that is it for my bills binder. Next, we're going to do my moving out binder. Apartment is going to get 100, 20, 40, 60, 80, 1. And now it's got 1,500 in the bank, 6, 7, 8, 9, 2,000, 20, 40, 60, 80, 1, 20, 40, 60, 82, 20, 40, 60, 83, 2,300. So this is building up quite nicely. Deposit isn't getting anything. Rent is going to get $20. And now it's got 500 in the bank, 6, 7, 800, 820, 40, 60, 880. Utilities isn't getting anything, neither is groceries. Household is not getting anything. Miscellaneous is going to get $10. Actually, it is going to get $20. And now it's got 100, 200, 250, 270, 290, 300, 310, 320. And this is going to be used for renter's insurance. And if there's anything left over, I'll use it for stuff for the apartment. Emergency fund is also getting $20. And it's got 100, 200, 300, 320, 340, 350, 360. And 1 month will get 20 as well. It's got 100, 200, 220, 240, 250, 260, 270. And that is it for my moving out binder. Next will be my personal. Oh, I thought I'd share maybe some tips for beginners and stuff on what I've learned throughout my budgeting journey so far. So I've mentioned the bills for you to try different things, whether it be cash or leaving it in your checking account. And now for like your personal cash envelopes. When I first started, I did have debt. I had my car and some student loans and some credit card debt as well too. And looking back, hindsight's always 2020. Looking back, the way that I tackled my debt was very unhealthy. I'm a very all or nothing kind of person, so I also applied that with my debt. So it was me putting all my money towards debt or not putting anything at all and just paying my minimum payment. So although I did end up paying everything off, I think that mindset and just kind of developing those habits were pretty unhealthy because I did not have a balance of anything. It was just, I'm going to spend all my money on a whole bunch of stuff and traveling and all that, or I'm going to spend all my money on debt. There was no in between, and I would do it right when I get paid. So I would just have no money until the next paycheck. So then that made me use my credit card more and get into more, debt that way as well too. So I suggest you either, I think a lot of us start this journey because we want to pay off our debt. So when I first started, I was just taking, when I was trying to figure out a good balance, I was taking $200 out every paycheck. And I think I had like 5 sinking fund categories, and they were not good categories. I think it was like, I did have coffee as one. So that's one that stuck around. I think I did like hair and clothes. And then I think I tried to be responsible and did like a car maintenance, but that just never really stuck because I had a maintenance plan on my car. So I never really felt the need to stuff that back then. And then I forget what my 5th one was, but it wasn't a good one because I can't remember it. But I would take that $200 and I would just stuff the sinking funds that I had. And then I would use everything else to pay off debt or whatever when I was in that mindset. Personal is going to get $50. So 20, 40, 50. And now it's got 50, 100, 120, 140, 150, 160. So I recommend when you first start off to try to keep your sinking funds category pretty small. That way you can stuff them. For me, I don't like when I can't stuff an envelope. So if I kept a minimal categories, I know that I'm able to stuff them every paycheck. Travel is going to get 20, and now it's got 500 in the bank, 6, 700, 720, 40, 60, 80, 800, 820, 840. And that was a good way to stay consistent even when I was trying to figure out how to pay off all of my debt and try to try to learn how to budget better. Yeah, I recommend keeping, of course, try to pick better categories than I did. I picked some really bad ones. So beauty is getting 20, and now it's got 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 120, 140. Another thing was I started really taking this a lot seriously during lockdown. My brother's stroke and all those medical bills that came in really made me, it really was a big reality check in knowing that I need to save more and that these major emergencies that we think can't happen to us can really happen at any time. So it did help me just be a lot more serious about this. But because I did it over lockdown, I had nothing planned. And so if you're going to start this, I recommend maybe for like 6 months or a year, not planning anything. Do not plan vacations, major purchases or anything like that. If you can, emergencies are always going to happen, but that way you can have a good amount of time to kind of build the foundation for your budget. You can build up your emergency funds and all of that stuff. But it's a lot harder with kids and living on your own and having a grocery budget and all of that. So like I understand I'm in a much different situation than most people are. But if you're able to just, if you can not plan a lot of kind of fun activities so that you can build up these other categories, I think it would really help in the long run when you're able to incorporate that back in, knowing that you do have a nice buffer in like car maintenance and emergency and stuff like that. Coffee is going to get $10. And now it's got 500 in the bank, 600, 650, 670, 680, 90, 700, 710, 720. Vietnam is going to get 40, 20, 40. And now it's got 100, 200, 220, 40, 60, 80, 300, 320, 340, 360. Gifts is going to get 20. Now it's got 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 120, 40, 60, 80, 180. I've got to take some money out to get my dad his boots for his birthday. Health is going to get 20. Now it's got 100, 200, 300, 320, 40, 60, 80, 400, 420, 440, 460. Of course, everything that I'm saying are just tips for how you can do your budget or how to get started. I am not like a financial professional or whatever. I can only tell you from experience and what I've learned, what works for me and what hasn't worked for me. So I can only give recommendation and tips off of my own personal experience with my own budget. Future is going to get, I don't know if I've got $10 or $20 budgeted for this. So it's going to get $10. We'll see at the end here. So now it's got 100, 200, 300, 400, 420, 430, 440, 450, 460. I know I originally budgeted $10 for this, but I wasn't sure if I had leftover money and decided to add another 10. Car maintenance is going to get 20. And it's got 100, 200, 250, 270, 290, 310, 330, 340. Wedding is going to get $10. And now it's got 20, 30, 40, 50, $60. And this is not for my wedding, it is for my cousin's wedding. She is going to get married maybe next year, maybe the year after, I'm not sure, but she's a pretty extra person, so my family is pretty big. My extended family is massive, so it's going to cost quite a bit of money to attend her wedding and to get everything needed for it. She also doesn't live in state, so we've got to travel for that. Rollover is not getting anything. It's got 100, 200, 250, 300, 320, 40, 60, 80, 400, 420. And I use this money in case I need extra gas money when I'm taking my brother to and from rehab. I did up my gas budget a little bit for my weekly spending, and it seems to be working, but that's not counting anything that I want to do. That's just taking him and picking him up. But if I were to go out or anything like that, then I might have to pump another tank that week. And that is it for my personal binder. Let's empty out my cash envelopes here for the week. I did have a decent amount left over. Spending has got 10, 20. Food, I've spent all. Gas, I did only have to pump once. It's got 20, 30, or 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. And I think that's it. So we got 20, 30, 40, 41, 2, 3, 4, $44 left over. Last, we are going to stuff my savings challenges. Myself, my brother, my mom, and my dad were each going to get $10 today. And now we each have 100, 200, 300, 400, 420, 440, 450. Oh, so I watch a lot of other like cash stuffing videos, and people come up with such great ideas in their budget, and if I feel like it might work with mine, I will try to incorporate it and test it out. So I'm not like completely set on you know, just sticking to my way. I am always open to suggestions, and we are out of 10s, so I'm going to exchange these two 10s here. So I think that's important. I know when you put your budget out, you can get a lot of critiques on it because there's like a million different ways that you can budget your money. So everybody's always going to have an opinion on it. And so some people might get really defensive if they feel like they're being attacked. And it is your budget, it's your money. You do have to do what you feel is best. But I just recommend you keep an open mind, whether it's listening to other people's recommendations or watching videos to see what other people do. That might help you kind of refine your technique a lot better. New phone is going to get $10. And now it's got 100, 150, 200, 220, 40, 60, 80, 290, 300. Like when I first started, I don't think I would have even thought to like start budgeting for a new phone and like future things that I know I'm going to buy eventually. So, but now I think about those things, but that took years to get there. I'm going to put these two 10s back and grab a 20. I've got a lot of 5s here. I'm not using any of these 5s. I need to use those. I'm going to take some of these envelopes out I'm not using because they're kind of just taking up space here. Shopping challenge is going to get $20 today. And now it's got 50, 100, 50, 200, 220, 240, 250. So we're almost done. Well, we've got $50 left to save, and then we'll be done with this challenge. My envelopes challenge, this is for the 50 envelopes at first, is going to get $7. So 5, 6, 7. I am not doing this challenge. Actually, I might do this challenge once I finish my birthday challenge. I'm going to take this out. I don't think it's working well for me to try to incorporate my health journey in my cash budgeting. I might bring that back though. That's still an option for me. Christmas is not getting anything, and I have been doing so badly with my Christmas shopping. I was hoping that I would be done soon, but I've not even got started. So hopefully I am not saving it for the last week before Christmas. But I'm gonna need to get, I've been looking online, but I don't really know what to get people, so nothing's really standing out to me. We're going to finish this off here. So this actually got finished a lot quicker than I thought it would. And I've got 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, $30 left. So I do have these two 20s. Just put that 10 away, 20. And so 50, 70, 90, 110, 130, 140, 145, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, $150. And I was going to use this for my facial for my birthday month, which is in March. So I'm going to take this money and put it in my savings account because it is quite a ways away. Sweet Treats is going to get $10. And now it's got 50, 100, 50, 70, 90, 200, 210. And luxury is going to get $20. And it's got 50, 100, 120, 40, 60, 80, 180. And before I started filming my cash stuffing, I was not big on savings challenges, but now I love doing them because I feel so accomplished when I do them. Even though I don't really know where some of the money is going quite yet, it is nice to feel like I've accomplished something. And another big thing I think really helped me with budgeting is that I gave my money a purpose. I think before, when I was just saving, I think the most I really got in my savings account was like $5,000 before I was spending it again. And I was not spending it on like purchases, like emergencies or anything like that. I was just like spending it because to me it was a part of my everyday money that I had. I always included it in my budget for free spending. Like if I were to go on vacation, I never budgeted out a vacation, but I always knew I had a savings that I can use. And I think it was because when I just say savings, there was really not a purpose behind it in my mind. I just felt like I was saving money to never spend. And I want to spend all my money. I want to feel like I got something out of all my hard work. You wake up in the morning, you do your job, you get paid. So I was like, I want to spend the money that I've earned. So putting it in a savings, not really giving it a purpose, really made me want to spend it more because I'm like, I don't want it to sit there. But when I said, I'm putting this away for emergencies that are going to be any major car repairs or any major surgeries or anything like that. It kind of cemented it more in my head that I didn't need to put this money away. It is meant for something. It is not meant for me to just spend willy-nilly. So it was easier for me that way to not dip into it. But when I just say savings, it was just like, it wasn't clicking in my brain. So I really needed to give all my things a category. So I have a huge kind of emergency fund for any like medical expenses, like big surgeries and all of that stuff. And then I can also use that money for any car repairs, but I'm working on building up a car maintenance sinking fund so that I don't have to dip into that money if something bad were to happen. So I don't know if maybe kind of reworking your brain into giving all your money a purpose might help you guys save a little bit more, or be what am I trying to say, like you don't feel the need to dip into your money, to dip into a savings. You have better like impulse control. I had really bad impulse control. It was not good. I've got a lot of money left, so the $14 from rollover, that is supposed to go into my envelopes challenge. I feel like half the battle with this is like a mental thing to kind of make sure that you're kind of just building good habits and sticking to them and being able to just not like succumb to those impulses. I'm making this sound like we've all got like some crazy addiction or something. I'm going to put that away for now, and then we're going to stuff our weekly spending envelopes, and then we're going to see what we have left. Because I feel like I did something wrong. Spending is going to get 25. I've got so many fives. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Food is also getting 25. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Gas is going to get 60, so 20, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. Actually, I really did do something wrong, but now I think I'm short money. I'm short $10. So maybe I'll give gas. Oh gosh, you guys. What did I do? What did I do? I'm going to give gas $40. So 20, 30, 35, 40. like my budget's got all the scribbles on it, so I wasn't sure which one is like the right budget. Fun is going to get 10. So I guess my brother's $15 came in handy because I was not doing something right here. Miscellaneous is getting 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that is it for my weekly spending. And so we've got $10 left over. Should have been 15, but it's all right. And we are going to, I think we're going to put it in my shopping challenge because this is the next one that I want to complete. And so now it's got 50, 100, 50, 200, 220, 40, 50, 55, 60. And it is the end of the month, so let's see what we have in here. I feel like I'm trying to give you guys some tips that have helped me, and I'm just like not doing well right now. So I don't know. I feel like I've all of a sudden not become like a reputable source for any of this stuff. So I've got 10, 20, 25, 30, 31, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 40, 41, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, $48. This is a lot of ones. So I think I'm gonna exchange some of the ones out in my birthday challenge since this money is going back to the bank anyways. So we've got, what did I say, 48? So let's try to exchange 40, 10, 20, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 40. So 48. Some pretty nice ones in here. This video is getting pretty long again, but it's not helping that I literally became a hot mess. So $48, and I am going to stuff the 48 envelope here. Grab this. So 48. I don't have a timeline on when I'm going to finish this, but hopefully it's not going to take too long. Hopefully no more than a year, but we will see. That is it for my stuffing. If you guys have made it to the end, I appreciate you guys so much. If you guys have not subscribed yet, please consider doing so, and also consider giving this video a thumbs up. Until next time, bye.